From the biggest moments
Can you believe it?
to gold medal championships,
Sidney Crosby, the golden goal!
it's your update on Canada's game. You're listening to the True North Ice podcast with Jacob Ewing and Caleb Schneider.
Welcome to the True North Ice podcast, where we talk all things Hockey Canada and everything Canadian hockey related. As always, we're your host. I'm Jacob Ewing, joined alongside my good buddy Caleb Schneider. Caleb, we are prime in the middle of the World Juniors, the best time of the year, 2 games down. How are we doing today?
Oh baby, there's a lot. There's a lot to talk about from just 2 games. It's unbelievable that we've got a lot to talk about, but times are great. Hockey is buzzing. Just had the Battle of Alberta last night, and of course juniors every day, all day. Got 2 games on this Sunday, which I've been periodically checking in on, but man, I'm excited. There's a lot to talk about, a lot to get into, and feels like it's been almost 6 days since we've talked like a full podcast version. So excited to get back into it.
Yeah, it has been a while since we did a podcast, but we've been grinding on the socials. Socials have been buzzing, lots of talk. Canada's just buzzing right now for the World Juniors. All Canadian hockey fans, it's the best time of the year. We both know that. And we have a lot of stuff to talk about as Canada has finished up their first 2 games playing 2 teams that have got the better of them in these last couple of years. In Czechia on opening day, on Boxing Day, and then yesterday, Saturday the 27th, facing a team that got the best of them in one of the biggest upsets in World Juniors history last year, played Latvia. We'll get to both those games and more on today's episode. Caleb, how would you like to start this episode off here today?
I would like to... I don't want to break down goal by goal each game, but I think we'll talk about each game separately. But I do have a little bit of an exercise here. We all know we haven't done hot takes in a few episodes, so I decided I've got 5 hot takes here that I would like to run
all right,
off.
Quick fire though. We're gonna do quick fire though.
Okay,
yeah,
quick fire.
Let's not run
these,
too
some
much.
of these, okay, a couple of them we'll definitely bring up later, again. But I'm gonna just quick fire.
All right.
There's 3 actual gameplay ones and 3 non-ones.
Mm-hmm.
First 2 non-ones. First one, TSN, by far the best hockey coverage in the world. Second one, Canada's white jersey, the white ones that we just saw the past 2 games, by far the best jersey in the tournament. If Sweden had the blue and yellow, we just talked about this off air, but the navy blue, black, whatever. If those were just properly blue, they might beat it, but Canada's white jersey, by far the best one. Can I throw
something in there?
Yeah.
Guys listening? I'm a big fan of Czechia's red jerseys.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that one, and I don't mind Germany's black one, but I just, black on the ice doesn't look as good. So, in person, for sure, I love the Germany ones. But the white ones, man, they look great. So, okay, now the 3 actual junior team related stuff. Sam O'Reilly has been the best all-around forward come these past 2 games. Page I thought about, but man, the faceoffs pissed me off. McKenna I thought about, but the D zone, man, there's just a little, he needs more work in on his defensive game. And Brady Martin, obviously he's been a difference maker offensively, but he's massive and he just hasn't thrown the body. He hasn't been super great defensively. If he threw the body more, I think he would be the better out of the 2.
And funny enough, you realize you just named 3 players in contention for Sam O'Reilly, and they're all on a line together.
Yeah, exactly.
That's how buzzing that line's been. Yeah.
Yeah, that's probably been their best line. I know you said in the one TikTok video that the 3rd line was better in the first in the second game.
Yeah.
But
we'll
overall, offensively for sure, second line, but all around, Sam O'Reilly, and he's been playing with different line mates too from the past 2 games. I think Sam O'Reilly has been the best all around forward.
I think
he's had his chances offensively, which we didn't expect.
No, he has. He's been somewhat of a bit, I'm not going to say a surprise, but I think going into the tournament, a lot of players didn't expect him to shine too much. Maybe some people had him as the 13th forward, but Dale Hunter obviously trusts him in all situations. Great. He's been really good. And you can even see it by that transition. Started the first game against Czechia on the 4th line, gets promoted to the 3rd line, and sends somebody down like Jet Luchenko, who last year we know played a very good defensive game, and we know can play very good two-way, but he sends someone of that type of quality player down to the 4th line, beats him out, played big minutes last night against again the game. When I say last night, reference to the Latvia game against with Cole Baudouin and the other line mates.
Oh no. Last
no.
oh, he's on the fourth line. It would have been.
It's just popping away from my head right now.
Desnoyers.
Yeah, Caleb Desnoyers. Yeah, big shout out to Desnoyers as well. Man, I thought out of that line, I thought he was the best offensive player. I thought his offensive was really good. Good on the defense too. But he started as the 13th forward, and he earns a spot in that lineup on the third line.
I think
so
going into the first game, I'm pretty sure he's listed as 13th, but I'm pretty sure they knew that he was going to be that fourth line guy.
Mm-hmm.
Just straight from the get-go, Desnoyers had 5 minutes in the first period, and Greentree had 2 minutes. So I think they kind of knew that was the writing in the wall.
Yeah, just someone who can kind of plug and play wherever you need him to go. So he had a very sound game. But I don't know if I say Sam O'Reilly's been the best player forward from overall player from Team Canada. I get what you're going at. He's been the best defensive player, I'd say for sure. You can't go Cole Baudouin because he had a dreadful first game against Czechia. Yeah. Although he was all right last night. And then I think, Sam O'Reilly's been the best defensive player. But if I had to go best player overall so far through the first two games, I mean, Michael Hage has been, I agree, the face-offs are really bad. And the thing is, they were talking about last night, Brady Martin could come and take a face-off because he's a big, strong guy, right?
But I don't understand why they haven't done that yet.
I know. It's just he's been really bad. I don't know if we could bring up a stat quickly, but I know he's it was
30% last night.
Yeah, 30% last night in just that game.
See if I can find face-offs here.
Not good enough, especially when that line starts the majority of their time in the offensive zone. You got to be able to find a way to win an offensive zone face-off game possession, right?
Yeah, it's pissing me off, and they're just trying to tie. Like, it looks like they're definitely, obviously they know he's been 30% in that last game. They're just trying anything, and it's like now McKenna has to get involved with his face-off just because they can't win. Like, they just need to tie up the centerman, and a winger comes in, which is if you want Gavin McKenna on that line, you don't want him to be.
No, that's not his role.
Especially in the offensive zone, right?
Yeah, you want him to win the draw cleanly, or just at least gain possession, give the puck to McKenna, right? You don't want him diving into. You want him to get. He has a natural habit of kind of chilling on. If it's chilling on that half wall, if he's on the right side, if it's a right zone draw, chills on the half wall, gets the puck, you give him the open ice, right?
Yeah,
but now he's got to go gritty. He's got to dive into the face-off. He's got to barely battle his way to get it back to the defenseman, right? All of a sudden, you're not set up. You're trying to get, especially around McKenna, the offense probably runs around McKenna and Hage, right? They're both players that kind of pitter-patter around the outside of the perimeter, make things happen. They're so talented. They pass it back and forth, like we saw the goal last night, the OT winner. Yeah. But if you have McKenna diving in, it's kind of hard to set up and try to set up the offense around him.
Okay, do you want to hear these Michael Hage face-off? I don't know how accurate this is.
If you have the stat, let's hear it.
I don't have them combined, but from the two games, do you want to give a guess for Czechia, Canada?
Percentage?
Yeah.
Or just
percent?
Percentage?
Just
percent. How many face-offs did he take? Can you give me that?
He took 12.
I'd say he won 3. So what is that? 25%?
He won 2. So he's 16%.
Wow.
16%. And man, okay, you know
dreadful.
What? You know what? I will say he improved. Coming into this Latvia game, he ends with a 35%.
Yeah, man, that is not good enough.
He went 5.
Gotta win faceoffs, man.
5.
Because the thing is, not gonna be able to win games later in the tournament. If you're not winning faceoff. If you're losing defensive zone draws, not that line. Like if that line gets stuck out, maybe for an icing or something like that, and they have to stay out for a defensive zone faceoff.
Yeah.
You can't especially against a team like Sweden where they're so skilled they can hem you in your own zone, or even the U.S. They've looked very skillful so far, especially in the top line. Man, not what you want.
No,
so got to be able to win a faceoff for Hage. Something definitely got to work about today on the off day because we're recording this in between the Denmark game and the Latvia game. They're not skating today.
No.
Okay, even just maybe like I'm thinking maybe just even like a
reset.
Yeah, not even a reset, just some video. Look through some footage, stuff like that. Like, talk to the talented people you have there. I know they brought in, not that they're going to bring in a face-off guy, but I know they brought in like some specialty like Kyle Turris to help with shootouts. There's got to be a guy there with Team Canada who has a specialty in face-offs. There's so many talented people around the team and the organization there in Minnesota.
Yeah. I honestly don't. I don't know what they do there. Like, I think logically right now you got to give at least Brady Martin more. Like, obviously he's taken a few draws because you get pulled out, but I would either have him. I got to get. There's another take. I still got 2 takes left, but I think if the top 6 moves around or juggles, Michael Hage probably is on the wing at this point because, man, it's like, I think that's a logical move. Just, or at least have somebody take the face-offs and he goes back to center. Right.
Yeah,
after.
I think
that's probably the logical.
That's exactly.
Just
that's
have
what
him
they'll
not
do,
take the face-offs anymore. It's not.
But
working.
if McKenna or Martin can't take the face-off, and that line is so hard to split up, what do? You know what I mean?
You split.
Do you kind of
up.
bite the bullet? Do you bite the bullet and just keep putting Hage out there, or even maybe Martin if he has it? Like, I don't know.
You gotta see what Martin does.
Does Martin take a lot of? He's a center. Okay, yeah. So let him take the face-offs. Yeah. See what he can do.
Remember, he's Nashville's 1C to start there.
Yeah, you're right. And then just switch with Hage as soon as the face-off's done. That's all you need.
That's probably that's what they're gonna have to do. Okay, I'll do this one next. Another hot take: Michael Misa will not finish the tournament in the top 6.
Where do you see him playing then?
This might not even be the spice.
Maybe he's not in the top 6. Third
line. Yeah. It's
but
not been good. He's not been good at all.
I agree. He hasn't
Granted,
been good at all.
Martone hasn't been good either. So.
No, I was about to say that first line. Teej has looked good. I like Teej's game so far.
Still, the other 2 guys, no.
Not
at all.
And we'll get to Martone later in the episode too. Exactly.
Like
just like lackluster. Not really creating anything. Like when I think of Michael Misa, I think of a heavy shot, a guy that produces points, and he, especially last night, like you think you need a goal from your top 6, and I was fully thinking it was going to come from that Hage line, which it did on the power play. But still, man, like you expect a guy like Michael Misa, second overall, played games in San Jose this year, 50 goals last year in Saginaw, something like that.
It's been.
You need a goal, you put him out there.
Yeah.
Like you think, like Latvia plays a very defensive game. That's their structure, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But when you have this many talented players and players who have played in the NHL against professional hockey teams' traps in the defensive zone, that they'll be able to figure it out. And you just felt like you couldn't trust him. I agree. Although I do think that's a hot take. Misa's the type of player that he can turn around. He has the skill to. He's still figuring it out. I don't want to use the excuse as first world juniors. I don't think it's a real excuse because it is for a lot of these guys. But I don't know. I think Michael Misa will finish in the top 6 just because of his talent. But if he doesn't surprise me. Then the real question becomes, who do you move up into the top 6 if you're going to take Misa down? Because that's a first-line center, practically.
Well, at this point, the Hage line is my first.
Oh, absolutely.
Like, time and ice-wise, obviously they're the second line. But when you need a goal, Hage line is my first line. Yep. And it's really, you think you're moving your 2C to the 3C. Who's going to be that 2C? Really, there's the easy answer, given how the training camp, it's Cole Baudouin.
Yep.
I wouldn't mind Sam O'Reilly, honestly. Like, it's crazy. It's bad. Like, dude, they don't have any. That. This is the issue with cutting Jake O'Brien is now.
Yeah.
Somebody in that top 6 is out. You are screwed.
What do you think about Caleb Desnoyers playing that spot?
He'd have to be a winger on this situation. I think I'd rather have Baudouin or Sam O'Reilly be the center for that. The other one that he's not looked great, but he also doesn't look bad is Jet Luchenko.
Yeah,
I had him in my top 6 coming into this as well. But I also spread out my lines. Like, I didn't load the top 6 as like you normally would. I wouldn't mind Luchenko, but really there's not been, like, it's not like none of these are good options in my opinion. Like you'd hope Misa is
man.
You'd expect him to perform, and he's not.
I mean, man, you think of Michael Misa, you think of a guy who could win the MVP for best forward in the tournament.
Exactly. Yeah.
And
it's
not been that
close.
so far.
Yeah. And the other factor too is, sure, you could get bumped down, but we also have seen effects of the injury. Like, he's obviously not 100%. What are the odds that he gets pulled because of his injury? That's the other factor.
You could, yeah.
That helps us hot take. It would actually. But will they pull somebody out? I probably think they would. But I don't know who it would be.
Berkeley
Berkeley Gadd. Just throw a
Berkeley,
name out there.
bring him over.
He's
Mac,
skating.
Michael Celebrini,
Imagine.
first line C, shark for shark. Misa comes back. Send Mac home to Canada.
I don't know.
Minnesota, here you go.
I don't know what they do. Easy answer is Jake O'Brien, but
Yeah.
he's also hurt now too, eh? So actually, I don't know if it would be him.
Yeah, nice.
So
I don't know, man. I think Misa's gonna figure it out. I think Misa's gonna
we'll
find
see. Depends
a
on the
little bit of
Finland game.
consistency to his game. I think all he needs, he's a little snake bitten right now. Obviously, you mentioned the injury, so he
I
didn't
want
play.
to see
He didn't
him.
have much
I want to
practice
see
before coming.
him just light
into
up
the World
Denmark.
Juniors. And you think that's what they need, right? But what the thing is, though, we talked about how we expected Canada to do that against Latvia to get the goal scoring. Especially we saw, what was it, 6? They score older goals on 5-on-5 against Czechia.
Just remember, still like Latvia is way better than Denmark. I
No,
easily
true.
say that.
I'm
But
not
also
saying-
like
I'm not
14
saying that they're
guys.
not.
14 guys came back from that Latvia team.
Yeah, no,
Right?
Latvia. And the thing is, Latvia plays a game that perfectly counteracts Canada.
Yeah.
They play a defensive game. They wait for mistakes. That's why it's the game. 2 games the last 2 years have been so close.
Right.
Should they be close? I don't think so. I think Canada has the talent enough to beat through this system.
Oh, yeah. On paper.
I think last
100%.
night they got outcoached. Seriously.
Oh yeah. It's been 2 years in a row. They've been outcoached. The defensive system, I have no clue what they do for this pregame prep that Latvia does, but whatever they do it right, and they knocked it out of the park. They looked unbelievable, and dude, they just throw their body in front of pucks.
Absolutely.
It's been 2 years in a row now. They just get the body in front of that and just block shots.
Yeah. Which to credit not credit Canada, but like an argument for Canada is that I don't think they moved the puck enough. I don't think there's not enough movement on the offense. You're trying to open up a seam, get an open shot. There's too many shots around the perimeter. Like you think of the first goal they scored. Yes, it was on the power play, but Cole Reshny starts on the perimeter, finds space in the middle of the slot, moves himself where he had the opportunity to take the one-timer, has the IQ to slide over. Albert Smits was huge guy, 6'3", right in front of the goalie. Just moves right into the slot, takes the space, rips it. There you go.
Yeah.
First goal of the game.
Exactly. Yeah. Okay. Last one. Last hot take. This one, I wouldn't say I'm not 100% sure in it, but I'm pretty sure. But my last hot take is Carter George is not my starter anymore. He lost the net.
Yeah, you saved the best for last, man. This is pretty spicy, I won't lie. Especially last year when a lot of people were saying that Carter George was the MVP.
Yeah, I said he was
team.
the best player. And you
There
pushed
you
back a
go.
little bit too. I remember we had a little bit of an argument. I don't know who you were saying, but no,
don't
he
remember
was he was so good last year, and I wasn't happy about that Czechia game, man. There's a couple muffins in there.
Yeah, so he
Czechia
had
did a good job of getting bodies in front, and there was one for sure he had no chance on.
Yeah,
but-
a lot of turnovers too.
Canada didn't play the best defensive game either. Obviously,
No.
Czechia had a good amount of time in the ozone, but I just wasn't impressed. And I liked Ivan Kovic. He's performed 18 U's. He was the best goalie in the tournament. Took them to the gold medal, one gold medal, and then they 2 Latvia games he's played in the World Juniors. Man, he's been stellar.
I just don't see it. Like I understand what you're saying. Ivan Kovic's had a really good year at Michigan too. Looks confident. Played against a lot of big guys, a lot of players who are in this tournament. He probably played against, in the NCAA. But I think Carter George has earned the respect of playing these big games. To your point, he had a 0.848 save percentage in the Czechia game.
Yeah.
Not the number you would have wanted.
No.
5 goals on 33 shots. But I don't think he wasn't terrible. Wasn't good, but he wasn't terrible. I don't think he had a bad enough performance to give the net away.
Yeah.
That's all.
It's crazy. It's already come down to there is conversations. I'm sure they've talked about it in Hockey Canada and Dale Hunter, but it's crazy that we're 2 games in and we still don't really have a clue. Obviously, going into the
I have a clue. It will
You
be
do.
Carter George. Carter George will be the
coming
goalie.
into the tournament, we knew it was going to be Carter George as the starter, Ivan Kovic, but there's arguments for all 3. This is by far the best trio in the tournament, by far the best trio Canada's probably ever taken.
Yep.
I actually saw that Jake Ottinger was a 3rd goalie in 2017 or whatever for World Juniors. So,
But did he have the same hype that someone like Joshua
probably not,
Ravensburger, who's
no.
a first-round pick to the show,
Yeah.
has? The thing about Ravensburger is if you had Ravensburger Bergen would be a starter for more than half the teams this year in the World Juniors.
Oh yeah, 100%, and yeah,
He'd be a starter for
more than half. I think
more than half. What team? Let's talk about which teams he wouldn't be a starter for. I'll tell you. It's I don't even know. I don't even think I could tell you. Might be all of them. Latvia, yeah.
Let me
Ravensburgen.
Teams, man.
Like I like Pradl. He plays. I like Pradl for
for Slovaks.
Slovaks, because he's just been consistent. Like he's a guy I recognized from last year too. Oh, Rimpinen. I think would be Finland's starting goalie.
Who's Czechia's goalie? I can't remember.
Oh, it's they don't have this, so their goaltending is their worst. Yeah, it's Orsolak played the game against Canada, but they do not have the goaltending they had last year. They lost their starter, and the guy who was supposed to be their starter got injured before the tournament.
Okay.
So their goaltending is their their weakest point out of the three positions. So I think he'd be the starting goalie there. Definitely a conversational point. Man, our third goalie would be probably the starter on 8, let's say 7 out of the 9 other teams.
Yeah.
USA, probably.
You could say Ravensburgen is better than who is? Oh my gosh, I'm blanking on USA. Oh, Brady Noling, who's a 2026 draft eligible. You probably
he's
could say
not their starter.
Is he not? Oh, I thought he was. Or is it Nick Kemp?
Brady
Noling.
Whatever? Yeah, it might be Kemp. I'm just checking who played yesterday.
Today?
Let me check who played yesterday.
It was back-to-back.
I don't think it was Noling though. Could be wrong. I might be wrong.
I'm pretty sure Noling played one and it wasn't.
Oh, they don't. Hey, hockey. Yeah, I'm just on the Hockey Canada website, just looking at all the scores, and they do not have who's played. They have all the stats for Team Canada's game. They do not have for Team USA.
Goalies. Germany, USA. Not Germany. Double IHF. Their app sucks, but their website, man, I love it. It's so good. You get all the stats, and they give you all the game documents. Like they give you all the game stats. It was Caleb Heel. Brady Noling was the backup. Oh, and Nick Kempf was scratched. I do remember that. Okay, but I think it probably is Nick Kempf.
Yeah, I would assume
Switzerland, USA. We have 2-1. That was a crazy game. Also, prayers up, Cole Hudson.
Yep,
he's good.
He was back in the locker room that same night.
He was back. Yeah, he was back with the team in the hotel. Nick Kempf was Switzerland, USA. So it's probably Nick Kempf. I don't know why I thought Brady Noling was the guy. Oh, well.
It's okay. Anyways, let's wrap up this conversation. Ravensburgen.
Yeah, he's not going to play.
Obviously, these guys. Watching the podcast. When does this come out, Caleb? Tomorrow?
Monday, 8 a.m.
That's tomorrow.
December 29.
So it will be out before the game.
Yeah.
But if the game's already happened when you're listening to this, you'll know Ravensburgen he was the backup against Latvia. Does he get the start against Denmark? No. I think you go to Carter George. You give him the last 2 games, or if you really want to give it 2-2, you give it to Ivan Kovic. And if Ivan Kovic has a great game, against a team like Denmark,
or you go George and then Ivan Kovic against Finland.
Oh no, I think
is there a possibility that we have our pool locked up by December 31st? Is it a possible? I don't know if that's a possibility.
Oh no, I'm going to say no because
probably very low.
If Czechia beats Finland,
we have to beat
because we've already beat them.
Come third.
We have to beat Finland, right?
We could come third if we lose to Finland.
Yeah.
If Czechia beats Finland.
And then if it's the other way around, if Finland beats Czechia, Finns would probably still be undefeated.
Right. Yeah.
Thinking that they win today against Latvia.
Yeah. So it's going to come down unless Latvia or Denmark wins a game. So. Okay. Let's get into that was a long. We said fire through them. That was good debates, but
yeah, that was fun.
We got to move on.
Let's break it down, Cal.
Yeah.
Let's start with Boxing Day, one of the greatest days of the year. I mean, it's following a great day too on Christmas, so it's like Christmas back-to-back days. Canada opened the tournament against, I'd like to call them their arch rival. I guess at the States, obviously, historically, geographically, are the arch rivals at the World Juniors.
Yeah.
But man, how could you not think about a big rivalry like Czechia on day 1 of the juniors? The last 4 games against these teams, Czechia has won the 3, Canada only having 1 win. Obviously, have knocked us out twice in the quarterfinals on back-to-back years, and we open the tournament against the Czechs, and Canada gets a big 7-5 victory. Caleb, let's get into it.
Man, well, to start off, I thought Canada played a decent first period, and then the second period was really bad. But like honestly, first period we saw what Canada is going to be about. The McKenna line is obviously the best line, scoring twice. And yeah, first period just showcased what that was. We give up a not so great goal as well, but there's bodies in front, but there's nobody on the man.
Really nice tip. Really nice tip. And I think honestly, the first few goals were just because of that. I mean, I believe it was the second one where the Czechs were about to go on a power play, and there was 6-on-5.
Yeah, 6-on-5 in both ways. Yeah,
they try to play man-on-man defense.
Yeah,
and honestly, that means a guy wide open, and that
right
ended up being was the net front.
Yeah,
with
nothing George could do on that.
Chihar. So like, there's nothing you could do about that. Yeah. The first goal by Politan was a really good tip. Yeah. Again, guy left alone in front of the net, right? The Peter Sikora goal, I believe that was off of make it 3-2 for Czechia. So the puck gets dumped into their own end, looking like Canada's going to win the puck battle. Everyone kind of shifts up ice, ready to start the transition. Quick turnover. It's in the back of your net on the back door.
Yeah, that was
just a couple defensive lapses.
The 3-2 goal for Czechia and the 2-2 goal, that was both the third line. The third line did not look good, especially defensively. And they're supposed to be. They were taking a lot of defensive draws. You just couldn't give them defensive draws. You had to put in a top 6 line and take those draws near the end. So, and obviously, they moved the lines in the third period, but still.
Yeah, let's get some context to that third line. I believe the first game was made up of, it was Kobo Duane down the middle. Yeah. Was Jet Luchenko on his right side? I believe he was. And it was Kolreshny on the left.
Yeah.
That was the third line. And obviously, as you mentioned, things got shifted up going into the next game. And we saw a totally different bottom 6. But, yeah, did not look pretty at all. You mentioned Hage and Martin. The second line with McKenna getting the first 2 goals. Hage, what a rip on that goal, man.
Yeah.
Like, just bodies in front, burr down. He's got a shot, for real.
He's really good. By far, second line, man. That McKenna line is by far the best line. And they just proved it in that first period. So
absolutely, I want to give a shout out to Ben Danford too on that second goal by Hage. Can I trade honestly? Like we've expected Danford to be a defensive defenseman and what he is, but showed a two-way ability there. He brought the puck up the ice and then he literally went right to the net, gave a screen.
Yeah,
goalie had no idea where that was. Yeah. Okay, so we talked about the 3-2 goal by Sikora and Caleb. Listen, we know you're a homer. You got the hat on. You got the shirt on today for all the people watching on YouTube. If you're not, he's a Flames fan. He's got a Flames sweater on. He's got a Flames hat. And your boy, Zane Parekh, takes over when Canada gives up their first lead of the game. Zane Parekh ties it up. And, well, we'll even get into it even more. He gets back-to-back goals to give Canada the lead. Effortless rips, man. This guy, so much deception. Can't even tell when he's going to shoot the puck.
Yeah, it's insane. It was crazy. He's by far the best defenseman on this team. Coming in, people are saying Brunick. People are saying
well, to be fair to Harrison Brunick,
Aitchison, but
yeah, I liked his first game. Last night against Latvia, too many turnovers.
Yeah,
he was the most reliable defenseman in the first game I found, like on two-way.
Yeah,
second game just kind of like complete flip of the switch. Yeah. Unfortunately,
yeah, it was nice to see Parekh finally back. I wasn't a big fan of the pre-tournament. He coughed, especially on the power play. Pre-tournament games didn't look great. 5-on-5, he's fine, but finally breaks out. We get some good glimpses of what he brings to the team and what he could have brought to the team last year. Man, that's something they needed last year. They didn't get it. Matthew Schaefer was hurt early. They didn't have that, and man, he looks good, and he's defensively, dude. He's been great too. He's been one of the best players in this tournament, and
reliable.
Obviously, Cole Hudson got hurt, but coming into this, it was probably Cole Hudson, Zane Parekh, best defenseman. I mean, we haven't seen much Cole Hudson, but Parech's been pretty darn good. So
yeah, he has. He is the offensive guy in the back end. He's the quarterback's the power play. He's been
not
really
on
good.
The PK, but which is fine with me. He still racks up the time in ice. He's got the highest time in ice on the team.
Yeah, and you mentioned Kayshawn Aitchison, and I honestly think I think he's been a little unnoticeable through these first two games.
In my opinion, he needs some work.
He does.
He's not been. He's big, and I haven't seen enough from him physically. Like, I don't know. He started on third pair. Like,
exactly.
I don't know if that screws with him mentally, that he just comes like he started camp on the top pairing, and then now he's on the third pairing. I don't know if that screws with him, but he hasn't looked great. I would like to see more from him. We haven't seen anything offensively from him, but which is fine because we've seen a couple of the other defensemen look pretty darn good offensively. So
Yeah. Like Carson Carls, I thought he's had a decent tournament. He's
Oh,
obviously a guy that's going to
interesting.
play some depth. I think. Well,
I
the thing
I
about
would
Carson Carls,
disagree.
I'm not gonna say he's had a good tournament, but obviously
For
maybe an underrated
for
guy.
a 2026
bottom-
draft eligible
Yeah,
guy that's not getting much time on ice, he's been fine.
that's what I'm saying.
He's not. He started in the top 4 in the first game.
You
He's
can't
not
play
a
him in
top,
the top
4.
four. No, he's not. And he should. I hope Team Canada
He's
would
been
realize
fine.
that.
We've seen glimpses, especially in the pre-tournament. We saw glimpses of what he's gonna do. That two-way defenseman, big. He's got a shot. He can skate. We can't see that much when he's in the top 4. And
No, well, you don't
you're not
expect
gonna-
him to-
And time on ice wise, you're not going to see that. So
No, you
he's
don't
gotta
expect
be-
him to go and play big minutes, right? He's here maybe next year when a lot of
He's-
these guys
for
graduate.
sure. Oh,
but
100%.
Yeah.
Unless he's
right
playing
now,
in the show.
yeah, it's like a prenup to next year, right? You just want
Yes.
him to gain a little bit of experience.
Yes. He's
Okay,
no
let's-
Chase Reed.
Yeah. Okay. Exactly. Let's get back to Chase Reed's a game changer, and not that he is, but not that Carson Carls isn't, but he's like more reliable, he's more of a
Yeah.
two-way guy. Like Chase Reed
Yes.
looks to make a difference every active shift on the offense. Okay, let's get back to the game.
Yeah.
So Zane Parekh takes the lead, 4-3 in the power play, assisted by Gavin McKenna and Cole Reshny, who is
Two flames. Three
actually
flames
on the
that play.
power play because of his face-off ability. That's what Dale Hunter came out and said. Not really, well, obviously a skilled guy, but they really rely on him to take the offensive zone face-offs in the power play. Works last night against Latvia as well. Scores the lone goal in the power play, and in regulation, the lone goal. So
And he was
Czechia
out
ties
there
it
in
up.
the OT. He was the guy
yeah,
that took
no,
the draw.
seriously, he's a big face-off guy. They really like him in the face-off position. Okay, Czechia ties it up 4-4. Pulton gets his second of the game, and then Canada heats up. And I'm gonna give a shout out to Ethan McKenzie, who has himself a massive third period, getting an assist on the
points in
goal
one
by
period.
TJ Ginla, then scoring himself,
Yeah.
which would
What a
end up to be the
great shot.
game winner
Yeah.
for Ethan McKenzie. Czechia gets one back with a goal by Galvis, just like I believe it was like a off the backboards. He's right there, almost like a wide open net.
Yeah.
And then Porter Martone gets his first goal of the tournament on the empty netter to
We'll
win
get-
it
yeah.
7-5, the final score.
I want to talk about Martone, but I want to give Tijjaginla his flowers and Ethan
Mhm.
McKenzie. First of all, Tijjaginla, on that first line, we already said he's by far the best. We'll get to the Latvia too, but like in close, tight to the net, between the legs stuff, like man, some of that stuff is you don't see that from some players. He's looked pretty good offensively. He's looked
Yeah.
good for being on a line with two guys that haven't been much of a factor. He's looked good. He's looked like he's been around for a while. He's a guy that's not played in the NHL. He wasn't on the team last year. He's looked like somebody that's been around for a while. He knows.
Yeah, and you
he
can
knows
tell
how
he's
to
gonna
play.
have a long NHL career.
yeah,
Just the way he
for
plays.
sure.
He's obviously following the
very
footsteps of his father, but yeah, I like the word dynamic. He's big. He's gritty. He
Yeah.
doesn't get muscled off the puck.
He's fun to
very
watch.
Skilled, so, yeah.
Like
Yeah.
he's like this might be taken out of proportion. I don't know how to describe it. An older Gavin McKenna, almost.
Maybe.
Obviously, we both know Gavin McKenna will have a much better NHL career, but like very same skill set. Gavin McKenna is obviously better too, but like very close skill set.
Okay.
Gavin McKenna needs some work on the defensive side, but Tijjaginla offensively as a winger, it's
Okay.
you see the vision at least.
Kind
Gavin
of.
McKenna, for the people listening, Gavin
I
McKenna
think-
is way better, but like
I think
very
TJ
similar.
Gillett, drives the net more closer around the
I
net.
guess.
Where Gavin kind of likes the perimeter. He likes
True.
his space. Where
I
Gav
guess that's a good point.
he creates the play.
Gavin
He
McKenna won't be in
starts
front of
the
the net.
offense. He conducts the offense. I think Cheech is the piece that after the conductor, the conductor starts it,
Yeah,
and Tej
it's fair.
kind of, I don't want to say like the middleman because he could finish, but like he's someone that you could also
Okay.
trust to make plays. He's a playmaker, but he's also got the finishing touch on it.
Iginla's like the Brady Martin on the second.
That's exactly what I was thinking. Yeah.
That's a good point. Yeah, but still, like dynamically skating wise, I don't know. I feel like they're still similar. I mean, obviously Iginla in front of the net, sure. That's why he's looked the best. So I don't know.
Mhm.
McKenzie, man, he's been unbelievable.
He's been awesome.
For obviously that goal, was it Mike Johnson or was it Gord Miller? But get this man an NHL contract. I can't disagree. That's
I mean, how could you? How could you?
obviously
this guy's down
like,
the show.
He would be
And
a
he's
good
beating out
AHLer.
defensemen.
Exactly. He'd be a good AHLer right now, in my opinion. And
Yeah.
obviously in a few years, I still think he's going to crack an NHL lineup. This is the question, though. Do you wonder, just given what you've seen from him now, do you think he would have been drafted if he was a right-handed defenseman? If he did everything the same, but he's just a right hand? It's just a genuine question. Like, it doesn't bring anything.
Maybe. Yeah, probably. I mean, the draft does seem to like
Yeah, there's
a
not
right-handed defensemen are luxuries, right? It's really hard to find. I mean, probably.
Yeah.
I think
That's what I just thought. Yeah.
there's a lot more. There's a lot more things that go to it in that. Like,
Obviously.
yeah. Like, I don't know how his situation is out in Edmonton. Like, if you got a lot of playing time in his rookie season and stuff like that. So you got to think
good
of
point, yeah.
all those situations. But
I'm just saying,
maybe.
like, as a right-handed defenseman, he might not even make the team as a right-handed defenseman, but he probably would have. He probably might be drafted, but I don't know. That's just something. I was just curious what your thought about right-handed, left-handed NHL teams.
They're a luxury, man.
yeah.
Right-handed defensemen that are loved in the NHL. So
Yes. Anyways, yeah, I thought I'd bring that up, but honestly, yeah, he's gonna get a contract. I don't know how it works. I would assume he's probably not talking to teams right now during the tournament, but
no.
I'm sure there's probably some teams.
Well,
that are
he's gonna
interested.
go to the draft. He'll have to go to the draft. I'm pretty sure. I don't know if he could just get picked up all of a sudden.
I don't know. I think you can sign.
I don't know how that works.
Because I
Or
think
if you-
I'm pretty sure he. We talked about it, but I'm pretty sure somebody just said that it's been 2 years. Like, I
it has
think
been
it's
2 years. He's been passed over 2 years. in the
yeah.
draft.
So I think after 2 years you can sign with anybody. Maybe it's 3. I don't know.
I don't know.
We
I don't
saw
know either.
obviously 1 year we saw some European goalie from the World Junior sign a contract after a game. So I don't know how somebody's done it before, from juniors to just signing a contract. So I don't know how it works. Anyways, he's been great, and he's in my opinion that top 4 left defenseman. He's going to be in the top 4 the rest of the tournament, I think.
Mhm. I mean, he played last night against Latvia. He played top 4 minutes.
Exactly.
I
think
He was the 3rd most played defenseman. Zaybrook had
Yeah.
23. Brunick had 21. McKenzie had 50. Actually, don't take my word on that. McKenzie had 15. Well, wait.
Which
I'm
game?
looking at
Latvia?
time. Pardon me. He was the 4th most top played defenseman. Cameron Reed had 18 minutes.
Yeah.
But shout out Cameron. Cameron Reed almost
I didn't
seemed
like Cameron
didn't
Reed's
very
game in the first
noticeable
game.
last night, to be honest.
Oh, and okay. I wasn't as locked in on the game last night, but the first game I didn't like Cam Reed at all.
Mhm.
He needs some work.
Well,
I think.
yeah.
I think with Perek, you honestly you go back to McKenzie. Honestly,
Okay.
I haven't been a fan of Cam Reed.
Yeah.
I still see it. I see what he's got going with his game, but still, there's some just coming down to straight fundamentals. I think. I don't know how much time on ice I'd want Cam Reed to be playing against Finland come a couple days from now.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. We'll see as the tournament goes on. Obviously, like it's hard to really like get a good look at your lineup tomorrow against Denmark. Like, yeah, you can play
it's
systems
hard.
and stuff like
I
that.
know, yeah.
Especially gearing up for a game against Finland.
Yeah.
But you've had your looks. You'll try to do as much as you can tomorrow.
Mhm. We'll
Like
see.
obviously, really, I think the main focus has got to be offense. You kind of get the
Yeah,
just pound them.
Yeah, you need to
Just
pound
get
them.
the system set up.
Screw
the top
the
six.
defense and just
The top 6 is gonna score. Like I want to go from Martone and Misa. You have to have a goal from both. Like a good goal too.
Yes. Okay.
And I mean, they did win 13-2 in the pre-tournament, and I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Well, I know Martone had a nice goal.
I won't take much from the Denmark game because we all know Denmark's by far the worst team, but we need just as a team after two not super great games, just pummel them, have some fun, and then you have the day off the next day, just pummel them. That's what's best for the team right now. So
Yeah. I mean, Denmark has played 2 games so far, 6-2 loss to Finland, and a 7-2 loss to Czechia. So teams haven't been destroying them.
Yeah.
4-goal, 5-goal game, but still there's definitely a difference there.
okay,
So we'll see.
Yeah.
It's been a tight World Juniors, man. There's been no blowouts
It's
so
been
far.
fun. Yeah.
No blowouts so far. And even like I know a game's live right now. Sweden, Switzerland. I have right now on one of my third monitors. It's a 2-2 game
There
in
you
the
go.
third period. So nice and close.
Okay. Let's get into it. Porter Martone.
'Kay.
I'll let you go first. I feel like I go first on a lot of these things, and I haven't gone. Yeah, I want you to go first. I'm curious. what you
Sure.
say.
Porter Martone has been, I don't want to say disappointing, but for a guy who was given the captaincy, expected to drive offense and kind of play with Misa, like those two are dynamic players. Misa's got a great shot. Martone, obviously expected on to bring leadership, someone you can rely on in big time minutes. He hasn't been that. And it's unfortunate because you see a game like Latvia where you expect the top 6 to power on the goals, and you can't even find a 5-on-5 goal. And it seems like that second line, we talk about it as a second line, the Hage line has overtaken the line because of the disappointing play of Martone and Misa. It just seems like we know they have that extra gear, but they haven't put it into the extra gear yet.
Okay. Huh. I was more focused. Like, he's not been great. I was more focused. Stuff in the pregame skate.
Yeah, I mean
The
we can also
tapping,
yeah,
and the
yeah.
empty
I was
net
gonna get to
goal.
that. I was gonna
Okay.
get to that. Yeah.
I'll say my things about the game, about his game, and then we'll get to that. Not been good, and it's been the story of the first line. Misa's not been good. He's not been good. What's going on? This is not what you see in NCAA. You see all these flashy goals. Michigan State, he looks unbelievable in NCAA, and this is not the same guy. I don't know what's going on. I don't know if it's coaching style.
Yeah.
It's not been something. And a guy who was on the team last year, it's not been good.
Mhm.
And he needs to pick it up as a captain. And we can't just single out him. Colbo Duane with the A has not been good either. So
No.
you need to pick it up. And the extracurricular stuff now.
Disappointing.
It's been not something you would want to see. Obviously, I don't mind. I'm fine with we just saw it last night in the Battle of Alberta. Like, the pregame, the warm-ups or whatever. I don't care about that. It's
Mhm.
the tapping, that's a bad penalty. Like, it's still a close game. It's 7-5. I'm sure I don't know if he thought about it, but that kind of play, there's a good chance to get a penalty on it. I don't know what he's thinking there.
Yeah, like, man, I heard an interview too. I believe he tapped, was it Sakura? I
No, it's
believe.
Noventy.
Adam Novotny? Are you
Yeah,
sure?
yeah.
Oh, it was
Because
Novotny.
Novotny plays
yeah.
for
Peterborough.
and he's from
Peterborough, yeah.
Peterborough. I don't know if that's actually. I don't
Anyways,
think that's a reason why he did it, but
no. Yeah, like I heard an interview. Yeah, I heard an interview from Novotny, and he just basically said like, I felt it. I looked behind me, saw I was the captain, like just no respect. Like
it was
just
dumb.
like he lost all respect. And you're the captain. You're supposed to lead by example, right? Taking stupid penalties and doing stupid shenanigans shows kind of the immaturity.
Yeah.
Very immature. And when you play teams like the Swedens, like the Americans, and even the Finns who play a mature game, like, yeah, you just can't afford
No,
to
you can't
have
give
these
a penalty.
extracurriculars,
No,
man. You
like,
gotta
even
focus
just-
on
yeah.
not even the penalty, man. You gotta focus on. I get it's late in the game. I get you just maybe
7-5.
iced it per se. There's 1 minute left, and you get the empty netter goal. Like I get you iced it, but man, you're in the second game of the tournament.
Yeah,
The first game of the tournament. It's the first game. The tournament just started, man. Focus on the overall storyline. Focus on your overall goal. Don't let your play do the talking. Don't let these stupid shenanigans play any role in the game.
You can do that in a gold medal game, maybe. But
I don't
still,
even think that, man. Like Canada's supposed to be a mature team. This is a
exactly.
team that has high expectations. Doing stupid stuff like that has no room.
Yeah, I'm just like referring like USA Sweden a couple of years ago when they just fought. Like that
Yeah.
might be the only example like where you can do something like that. But no, you can't do that first game against a tough team, and it's still a close game in my opinion. Like that's still
Yeah.
a big factor.
I think even the results of the last two tournaments, like
Yeah, no, you can't.
especially that, like
We
if you
came
won
fifth the
gold,
last 2
you
years.
can be cocky as
That's why
you
you're
want.
yeah. That's why you're walking
like-
across two ice surfaces to get to the freaking bench.
Exactly.
Yeah. And he was on the team last year too.
Yeah.
So, I don't know if you saw, but he was given a warning from the
Mhm.
IIHF.
Yeah.
So that's interesting. I didn't see it until I saw it on the website. I didn't see any tweets or anything about it, but he got a formal warning. Can't do that. And then also he did apologize too, which not because of the handshake thing, but because what he did.
Yeah. Well, we should mention that too.
Yeah, I think
Canada.
the handshake thing they just forgot, and that's what the Czechs believe too. So like, I mean, I think they just forgot.
Mhm.
Like a couple of the Czechs came out saying they didn't think there was a handshake either. Obviously, it's been a thing for 20 years in the IIHF, but I don't know what happened there. But I don't think that's a big story in my opinion. I thought it was funny. It came out of the middle of nowhere, like 12:30
Yeah. People
on
forgot.
Twitter on their Twitter page. But because now I was in the story and I don't know.
Yeah, Dale Hunter came out and made an apology as well about that.
They apologized. They did it right. Obviously, you now know, but like, it is a bad look though after how the game went.
Seriously, man.
And they beat you 2 years in a row in the quarters. So
Yeah, like even just like obviously there's going to be a little heat between these two teams. You almost feel like initially when it happens that it could be, because Canada hates Czechia. Still
Yeah.
shows the immaturity. Obviously,
yeah,
we found
like,
out
that
that's
would've
not the
been-
reason.
That would have been
Just-
a good way for Martone to maybe say I was my bad on that.
Yeah,
Like on the third period thing. Like there's I don't know, like no bad blood, but I don't know. I think I don't know. I'll quickly on Czechia's game. I still don't see Czechia as a super great team in my opinion. I still think Finland's better, but
I don't know, man.
it'll come down to tomorrow. So
I think the Finns are obviously there's three good teams in this group. I can't.
yeah, we
There's
haven't
three
got to Latvia
expected
yet.
good. There's three
Yeah.
expected good teams in this group, being the Finns, the Canadians, and the Czechs. And I think the Czechs brought us right to the end, 7-5. I get obviously Canada hasn't looked great.
Yeah,
I
the
really
top
like the
six
Czechs
is really
coming.
good.
I really like the Czechs coming into this tournament. They are skilled. They have a lot of younger guys coming up. As they lost a couple guys last year.
Yeah.
They lose their top goal scorer, but due to injury, which really sucks, in Adam Yeko. But still, from head to toe, their only problem is their goaltending. Radim Murka also not on the team. I don't know if it's because of injury.
Was he sick or was he
Sickness.
hurt? But he's still
I
with
hope he
the
joins
team.
the team though, because
Yeah.
their back end is really skilled. A lot of guys drafted to the NHL,
did
and
miss
even guys
him.
who aren't drafted, like Galvas, who scored, really offensively underrated guy. I think I like the Czechs a lot, and that game against Finland,
It's gonna be big.
man, it couldn't even be gay. That's gonna be exactly like
it's-
Canada Czechia, man. I'm super excited. Measuring stick game for both these teams.
Yeah, it's gonna be tough come quarters. One of the three good teams in our pool is gonna be playing Sweden or USA. Even though, that's tough for Sweden or USA. If you come second, obviously you want to come first, but still coming second, and you're gonna have a tough opponent. You could still see Czechia, Finland, or us beat a Sweden. I think in a 1-game situation, I think there's still those chances, right?
Oh, yeah.
It's gonna be very interesting come quarters. Who gets the 3 seed, and yeah, unless Latvia takes a 3 seed and one of us goes
I
to the
guess
4
so.
seed,
Yeah, and more on that Finland-Czechia matchup. I think Czechia is also a deeper team.
deeper team.
I think the top line skill, like your Hemmings, he is insane. But just someone losing especially like Konstas Helenius will hurt your depth a little
Yeah.
bit, because he would have been insane. I think maybe the top line players might have the edge per se. I really like the
C on
Czechia team,
Finland
man.
is 2026 draft eligible.
Yeah,
So
I just think the depth and the overall
Finland
consistency
isn't
of
as
the lineup will-
experienced this year. I think is another
Mhm.
good
But
thing.
I really like their goalie, and we all know goalies can
Yeah.
change the tournament. Rippinen,
Oh, yeah.
obviously, I believe he was one of the best goalies in the tournament, if not
Right.
Carter George maybe. But
Yeah. Trey Augustine's been good the past 2 years too. And they won, right? So
True.
I don't know.
But I think that the Americans last year were more talented than the Finns, and without the Finns
It still came,
goaltending,
and
would
he
they
brought
even
it
be
to
there?
OT. Right.
Yeah.
It's a good point. Remember Canada's best game last year was against Finland. So
It was
Yeah.
true. We also had Schaefer. Rip Schaefer.
yeah, R.I.P. Olympic or a junior entry to Olympic roster. Huh.
We'll see. Coming out soon.
All right, let's move on to Latvia.
Yeah, coming into this game, we thought it was going to be, well, maybe a little bit lopsided towards Canada, but man, what could we have expected? Obviously, remembering what happened last year when this team played Latvia, and man, the reminders of how biggest upset in World Juniors history potentially, 2-1 victory, 3-2 victory in a shootout,
Mhm.
and Caleb, it almost happened again, man. What the
It
heck?
did. Yeah. Hey, storylines were storylining, eh? And glad Canada played its role, but fortunately they prevailed. Good on the Latvians, man. I don't know what they're doing over there, but their pregame, their what do you call it? Game
Rituals?
plan. Their game plan was executed. They just threw bodies. I don't know what the game plan was, but it obviously worked. Man, and what was it? Third period, late heroics once again.
Mm.
I wouldn't say it was as entertaining as the last Latvian game, but it was still up there. It was still up there. I think the last Latvian game, power is flickering. All right. After some unforeseen circumstances, power, ice. Yes, we're in Ontario. We're in Canada. This is what happens. I don't really know what to do. I feel like we got to just quickly end this. Sorry for the listeners, but Latvia game was great. Final thought, real quick, 2 minutes.
2 minutes. Wow. Okay, putting me on the spot. I thought the Latvia game was poor. The top six. Listen, you have the top six to score goals. That is the primary rule, especially that line of Hage, McKenna, and Martin. They've been so good throughout the pre-tournament, very good in the Czechia game, and just put up a goose egg against the Latvians, who are a very defensive team. They play a very structured game. But you just expect them to score goals. Yes, they had scoring chances. Yes, they cycled the puck around the perimeter, but it almost felt like getting the high danger scoring chances was so limited. And I don't even talk about the first line because I thought the first line was worse than the Hage line because the Misa line did even less.
Yeah.
We already talked about earlier in the episode, but the top six was very poor. I thought the third line was really good, especially in transition. They kind of fought off the early push in each period from the Latvians and then the late push in the game. Sam O'Reilly won player of the game. He was also my spotlight player as well. Just very poor from Canada. And if we're going to beat teams like Sweden and the US and even Finland coming up, you got to put the puck in the back of the net like we did against Czechia. We've seen the 5-on-5 scoring there, but what happened against Latvia? Insane, man. I don't know. Maybe it's the way they play hockey. We were out coached, but just very poor.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. The offense, we got some good looks in the first period, but other than that, it wasn't crazy good. They just threw block. They just shot block, everything. I really don't know what to say. It was awesome to watch, but it was crazy.
You could say awesome. I don't know if it was awesome to watch.
As a
it was
Canadian,
something for
sure, no, but
I was getting pretty
whatever.
pissed. I was pretty mad when Latvia scored their tying goal
fair.
with 2 minutes left, and nothing Jack Ivankovic could do about that. I just rolled. I mean, maybe a better rebound. He left
Yeah.
up a easy one right down the center of the ice, but
Yeah.
right in the paint. But I mean,
There's not much you can do.
no.
Anyways, I feel like my internet's probably gonna go out soon. You saw the power go out. We're gonna end it here. Denmark we're playing Denmark. The day this comes out, Monday, December 29, and then we'll have Finland. And then Thursday episode, the day off, we will have quarters, all the playoffs preview and stuff like that. It's gonna be great. Yeah, check out socials. TikTok's been buzzing. We've been posting a lot on there, so definitely check out on that. You have any last words?
No, not really. Let's go Canada. Need a big rebound against Denmark. What should we expect if this game is anything close? If the Danes, maybe score a couple goals, maybe you're disappointed. This needs to get. Of course I'm focused on the offense, but I'm also focused on not allowing any goals. Like the defense also needs to be better. The first
Right.
game against the Czechs, we already talked about letting up 5 goals. Not what you want because, mind you, Canada could outscore their opponents, but obviously that's not the way the coach wants it to go. The coach wants to play a structured game, and you beat a team 3-1. You know.
Right. Yeah. We'll see how it goes. We'll be back Thursday, of course, and see you then.
Bye,
Peace
guys.
out.